I'd like to say that's going to be the last joke that you're going to hear, but it's
they
just
keep
not.
coming. They keep coming.
They do.
It's actually my first Dragon Con, one of my first conventions actually.
Oh,
so
really?
I don't have much to compare it to, but I feel like I've been thrown in the deep end.
You have.
It's huge, and you know what? I love it because it's just so electric. Everyone is in a great mood. There's so many like great costumes out there, and I love it. I've had a really great time being here. What about you, Brett?
What she said?
Yeah.
No, I think that this is my second year in a row doing Dragon Con, and it has like all of the spirit and energy of San Diego without quite the madness of it. Well, there's madness of it too, but I love it. It's one of my favorite ones. I'm very happy that they invited me back. It's all fan run. Everyone here is a legit fan who really wants to see you. And then the party never stops. It's like a nonstop party for 4 days.
Oh, pretty much.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And in your hotel lobby, even when you're trying to go back and get some sleep,
gosh.
it's still happening.
Crazy.
So, but it's incredible. It's incredible to be just caught up in the energy of it. I got this hat
Where did you
from
get
Mallory.
that? I just noticed you were holding
I know
that.
that. I had one as well, and I know that you were very jealous when other people wear hats next to you. So
I'm surprised it fits my big head.
Yeah.
I have a really unnaturally large head. But it fits. I'm not going to keep that on. I know it's cute and everything.
Yeah, it's cute. All right.
You look like Captain Cook.
Yeah, Captain Cook. There you go. A little Aussie reference.
Aussie.
Oh, yes.
So with, this is for Brett, with Ward being one of the best, in my opinion, one of the better written villains. And
You could say best.
in TV, we actually call you Darth Ward, like Darth Vader. Because you just always
I've been
come
called
back.
worse.
Where do you think, is there a chance, and I know you can't go into anything, can't say anything, what would you like to see if Ward came back? What would you like to see? Would you like to see him on the right side or his side?
Any side. The alive side? I mean, anything. I was very thankful for the redemption arc in Framework because I think it gave, first of all, me another chance to explore Ward because I was kind of sad when Coulson did that bad thing on Mavis and killed me with his robot hand. So it was good. I wasn't really ready to give up the character, and it felt like the audience wasn't as well. And it was really nice. It felt like they were watching, or they were reading fan fiction and listening to the audience. And so there was a chance for Skyward to come back together. There was a chance for the Ward that we know and love to still be the Ward that we know and love. But as you said, he was kind of on the right side. He was using all of his tools for good rather than evil. So that was good to explore. That was good to portray. And it felt like that was something that really landed with the audience as well. So, I mean, in answer to your question, should they call, I'll pick up the phone.
Automatic.
That actually leads into my next question for you, because you've come back multiple times. Each time you die or such, do they say that's it, and then they call you a couple months later? Hey, do you want to come back? How's that work?
I think that they give me the same treatment that they gave
We both got the same treatment.
young Mallory here, which is you're just Marvel dead.
We all know what that means.
Right. But, I mean, they actually did follow through with me. Some people not so much. But, no, I'm just kidding.
We don't know yet, okay?
I know. But, you know, they said that actually for many of the characters who've been on our show. You know, hey, there's always a chance. You never know. And it's true. Our whole show is based on a guy who was killed in the films.
Sure.
So we know that it can happen. And they actually did follow through. I mean, they waited to the last minute to follow through with me. I'm just saying. They had a whole season 4 go on, and I was like, this is never going to happen. It's just never going to happen. How could they possibly? And then they found a way. So they're incredible writers. They know exactly what they're doing.
Yeah.
And I hope they find a way to bring us both back.
Yeah.
I mean, with the tag for season 5, it seems like they're kind of going intergalactic, possibly.
Yeah.
I don't know. They don't send us scripts anymore, but you know, it seems like that's where they're going, and possibly for a bigger setup. And with Inhumans, obviously, that doesn't take place on Earth. So there's a lot of stuff happening, and I think that if they can possibly find a way to bring us back, I imagine they would. Or certainly, you know, that's why I keep sending them gift baskets every week.
Wine.
I hope that's not wasted money.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm still out here.
Yeah. Yeah, just drop into the writer's room. Hey, guys. Yeah.
Both of you guys ostensibly were helping S.H.I.E.L.D. at first, and then were Hydra at various times. Has that been fun to kind of play both sides and, you know, see both sides of your character?
Yeah, it's always fun. It's always fun to, like, you know, find different sides of any character. And yeah, like for me, you know, I started off like playing Ada, and it was, I thought it was brilliant playing an AI. It was such a cool experience, and you know, finding little things and little movements and just and everything like that. But then, you know, going from her to Madam Hydra, and then to, you know, Agnes, and you know, finding different facets in every character, but it's still, you know, it's Ada. And then, you know, being part of Hydra is pretty cool. Like, there's a lot of Hydra fans here, I've found. You know, you just walk past them and they're like, Hell Hydra. And you're like, yeah.
There's no call and response, though. What do you say after
I don't
that?
know.
I
I
never
just
really
go,
know.
Yay!
Yes!
Yeah. Yeah, it's been pretty cool. And we get to wear awesome costumes.
I was just going to say, well, they have the best costumes,
They do.
don't they?
Yes, they do. I agree with that.
Have you seen anyone cosplay as you guys? Yeah.
You
A lot of
certainly
Madam
have.
Hydras.
Yeah.
I did see, that's why I was asking.
Yes, there's been a few. I mean, it's a good one. You get to play with the green hair and like a cape, and I love seeing people, you know, dress up as your character. It's, you know, it really makes you feel like, they resonated with someone and they went to the effort of putting this together. So it's very cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
You have all the characters they could have chose.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Have you had any cosplayers today?
No.
Oh.
I wish I had something funny to say, but no, not today. I have had them, but
I'm sure,
not
yeah.
today. Yeah. You don't have to patronize me. Oh, I'm sure they're around.
It's okay.
Maybe sometime
One
this
day.
year you'll get one. Yeah.
I was at the panel yesterday, and you said that when you were hired, you didn't know everything that was going to happen with your character. So my question for you is, when you were hired, did you know Ward was going to be evil?
Abso-effing no. No, not at all.
Well, follow up to that, and since you've been good and bad on the show, I just saw Gavin Stone, and it was
Oh.
really, really funny.
Oh, thank
Do
you.
you have any more like comedy in the future?
You're like one of
Different.
50 people that have seen it.
No,
I'm
it's
kidding.
true.
I'm kidding. I love the film. I wish more people saw it.
Yeah.
Dallas, if you're listening, I love you. Because I think it's a good film that not a lot of people have seen. I would like to. I mean, this was a stretch for me to be cast in this. I think that most of the people that I've trained with and worked with, when they found out, they were like, "You got cast as a superhero?" Okay, how's that going to work? Because I think, you know, in grad school you're wearing sweatpants and, you know, you're not in the best shape and you're rolling around and, I don't know, doing stuff. And so, yeah, they needed me in shape and they needed me to be this ultra serious guy, and I'm not typically used to being cast that way. So this, I feel like, was a stretch. Actually, the movie that you saw, Gavin Stone, was pretty close to who I am in real life. So I felt like for that I didn't have to do a lot of acting, and I mean that in the best way. I felt like, you know, it was a pretty big departure because the character that most people are used to seeing me as is so serious. And I think people, at least in the beginning, were like, I don't know how to take you because I've been seeing you killing people and doing all this other stuff that you probably shouldn't be doing. And then now I see you and you seem like a nice guy, but I don't know if I trust you. So, yeah. I hope that there's a future in comedy. Somebody said that I could be the next John Hamm.
We have time for one more question.
Really?
It was myself, and it was 5 minutes ago. But, you know, I appreciated the comment. So we'll see.
Thank you. One more question, guys.
Wow.
Nice.
Wow. All right.
So much pressure.
Really?
It's just too much pressure.
No,
Well,
it's all
I'll
good.
say you could be the next John Hamm.
Okay.
now-
Thank you.
Well, someone else said it now, so
Now
so
it's-
thanks.
That's
It's
it.
Now it's a
leads to
rumor.
people.
It's catching
Yeah.
on.
Oh man, it is really catching on. Yes, yes.
Wildfire.
Actually, I do got a question.
Great.
How did they describe for both of you the characters when when they auditioned for your roles?
No, we both just did the at the same time.
I
It
thought
was-
you were going to go, and then you thought I was going to go. and
Yeah,
then-
exactly.
Well,
I got my role first, so I don't know.
With me, I didn't really know too much at all when I auditioned. They gave me dummy sides, which were basically just, put together, nothing to do with the actual storyline. And they just said, you're an artificial intelligence, you're like a robot, so just be, as robotic as possible. And I did my best. And they said, okay, one more
You can
time.
turn it
now
off
more.
now.
Yeah. Yeah, they oh my God.
Sorry. I'm so sorry.
But yeah, I really didn't know anything, to be honest. I just did what I thought was right, and thank God it worked out.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
They described Grant Ward as a specialist without any people skills. I'm sort of paraphrasing, but that was it. He was a specialist. He could do anything with combat and weapons and all of that stuff, but he didn't work well with others. Yeah, and so there wasn't much to go on outside of that. And, yeah, rest is history.
Pretty good. And here we are.
At Dragon Con.
Yeah,
Dragon
Dragon Con. Thank you guys very
Thanks
much.
so much, guys.
Yeah, sure.